In this video, you'll see the user querying our system according to chromosomal locations. The user can submit a query for a specific region on a chromosome and will be able to see the genes that exist within that region. The user can then perform further tasks related to any of the genes that are of interest. So here we see the user adding a number of chromosomes to the interface. These are chromosomes that are of interest to the user. And then the user can go and add or select any regions that are of interest. So here the user is selecting some regions on chromosome 2 and chromosome 15, and then adjusting the selectors to be more fine-tuned to the coordinates of the genome that they're interested in. In this case, the user is particularly interested in this region on chromosome 3 and wants to enter very specific coordinates for this region. The user can then submit a query based on that particular selection and sees a representation of the genes that exist within that region. In this case, the user is interested in the LTF gene and wants to view that gene in the genome browser. The genome browser is another component of our system, which is something that is quite familiar to researchers and clinicians in the genomics domain. Here the user can add a series of tracks that provide annotations to the region of interest surrounding the gene that the user is interested in, and can get some extra information about that region or that gene. Now the user goes back to the previous state of the tool and decides that the LTF gene is still of interest and wants to find all of the articles in which that gene or one of its variants is mentioned in PubMed. So here the user sees that there are approximately 400 articles in which the LTF gene appears, and is presented with some information about the top phenotypes that appear in those articles, the top genes, and the top keywords that appear. As the user scrolls down, a visualization appears that shows the results of a clustering algorithm in which the articles are categorized according to common concepts that exist within the text. The user can then select any one of these clusters to explore the documents that have been placed in that cluster. So the user selects one of these and sees that there are 23 documents in this cluster, and then the user wants to perform a type of triaging activity in which the articles are quickly dealt with. Some are removed, some are added to a primary category, and some are added to a secondary category. The user can then later go to these categories and have a set of articles that are of interest from a number of different clusters. The user can also go to PubMed to view a particular article if they want to find more information about the article, and can then go and work with any of the other clusters to do a similar type of triaging activity.